Good afternoon. This is your Daily Bread by Joy. I am Tanisha Murphy, and today is a wonderful day to be a blessing to someone out there. Today's topic is living in this day. We're going to talk about how we're living nowadays. Let's talk more about that. Tune in. Living in this day. In today's time, we are relying mostly on ourselves. A lot of this comes from us not believing in God or not trusting in Him. The other day I was reading Psalm 27:14, and it was speaking on us being patient, being brave, and having courage while we wait for the Lord. How many can say this is easy? Not too many, because this is actually a big part of us relying on ourselves. It's because we don't have patience and we don't consider ourselves brave and having courage. Having issues in our lives nowadays seems like the older we get, the tougher they get to get through. Keeping God first and thinking about His Word also seems like a tough battle to fight as well. But that battle has already been won because God has given us the tools to conquer any battle we face. So why is it so hard to keep our emotions in check when it comes to our issues nowadays? And by issues, I'm talking relationship issues with a friend or a spouse, or issues with people you come across on a daily basis, people you don't know, people you work with, situations that you are dealing with your bills, your schools, your anything in that nature. Those are the issues I'm speaking on. Why is it so hard for us to keep our emotions in check when it comes to this? One, I know we're not perfect. I know that God knows we're not perfect. But putting God first and thinking what would He do is something that we need to work on. Because that will help in a situation when it comes to us dealing with our issues nowadays. I know I'm still figuring this out myself. You know, the more I put God first, the more I see my issues resolving itself on its own. I know that God watches with a close eye. I know God listens with a close ear. So if you come to Him and you ask Him to help you in anything that you're going through, God will provide. He will provide for you, because that's His job, is to take care of His children. So don't be afraid to put God first, because you're not strong enough to handle anything on your own. We all need God. That's why things don't go the way we want it to go, because we put it in our own hands. We're dealing with it by ourselves. But when we put God in it, when we put God in it, you can start to see things happening, and you're not working so hard to get it done, because now it's in His hands. And I'm telling you, He will help you with anything you give to Him. Even when we have to wait patiently for him to come, that's what makes us strong. Is by waiting patiently for him to come handle the situation. Keeping ourselves grounded is what's keeping us and making us stronger. You don't have to go by what people think of you when you put God first. You don't have to worry about what people say about you when you put God first. Because God tells us to laugh at our enemies, because it is already done. So don't be afraid to put God first. This makes it clear that our great power from God is good. He has given us this great power, so use it. Okay? So that leads me to the verse of the day. And I'm reading from 2 Corinthians chapter 4, 7 through 9. And I'm reading from the New Living Translation. We now have this light shining in our hearts, but we ourselves are like fragile clay jars containing this great treasure. This makes it clear that our great power is from God and not from ourselves. We are pressed on every side by troubles, but we are not crushed. We are perplexed, but not driven to despair. We are hunted down, but never abandoned by God. We get knocked down, but we are not destroyed. So, always remember, we will go through trouble, trials, and tribulations in life. But God has told us that we are not crushed. We are not driven to despair, and we are never abandoned by God. So, trust in that word. Believe and trust in God, and all will be well with you and your household. Okay? So this week, when you are in battle, think about the tools you have already been given to win. Put God first and lean on Him more than your own self. Conquer your emotions and win your battle. That was your daily bread for today. I thank you for tuning in. Remember to always be a blessing on a blessed day. God has put us in positions to help, so help. Okay? This podcast can be found on many platforms out there. I'm on iHeartRadio, iTunes, Spreaker, SoundCloud, Spotify, and YouTube. Also, I'm on social media. I'm on Facebook and Instagram at The Daily Bread by Joy, and Twitter at JOR Clothing. Thank you again for tuning in. I pray that you get through this upcoming week with great strength and that you walk in a safe environment. Have a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you soon.